Hey everybody, welcome to Monday Mindset. Today we are talking about how decisions determine destiny. And I know that sounds big picture, but sometimes it's good for us to look at that big picture. So we are all on a path in life, and we're on a journey to somewhere. God has a plan for us, and deep within you, I really know that there is something pulling at you to grow, to progress, to contribute. So that is the purpose of our lives on earth, and that's why most people call me, because they're just tired of feeling sick and tired, and they want more out of life than feeling obsessed with food and their weight. So I am Erin Hart. I'm a registered nurse health coach, and I am passionate about empowering women to get off of the dieting roller coaster and lose weight for the last time, so that you can have peace with your food and your body, freedom from cravings, and the confidence to chase your dreams and do what you're destined to do in this life. So I love the part of my job where I get to talk to people that I don't know, like in my free consultations. And and also I love the first meeting I have with my new clients in the Mindset Mastery sessions, because we talk about goals and why it's so important for you to achieve your health goals, and to embark on this health journey. And the common theme that I see over and over again is that people want more out of life. So something inside of them is prodding them and poking at them to become more than what they are. In my Mindset Mastery sessions with new clients, I help people discover their deep why, and with an exercise called 7 Levels Deep. So having a deep why and remembering it when you're tempted to go off plan, it really helps you to blow past any obstacle on your path to success. The deep why, it usually comes down when you get really deep with people. It's wanting to feel something. It's wanting to feel peace, joy, freedom, pride, wanting to contribute and help others. The really strong whys are the ones that are beyond us. If we have a reason that is bigger than us, that helps us to stay on our plan when we don't feel like doing it, because we know that we aren't the only ones that are affected by our decisions. So joy in life, it really comes from growth and progression, and if you stay stuck where you are, you'll probably not be happy there. Our spirits and our deep knowing know that there's more, and it hungers for it. I think that that's something that God must have instilled inside of us, because we all have the potential for greatness. It's my belief that we're all children of God, and we have the potential to become like our Father. So goal setting is the path to joy in life. And it's so interesting because it's really not the achievement of the goal, but it's working toward a goal that creates joy in our lives. I have 2 nephews that just graduated from high school, and they are such good kids. And I had a dream, and it's not reality at all. But in my dream, my one nephew was joining the wrong crowd, like kids that were doing drugs, and he was lost and unmotivated in this dream. Definitely not reality. He's like such a great kid. But in my dream, I remember I took him aside to give him a pep talk and a wake-up call, right? So in my dream, I drew him a picture, and it was the success path of sorts that I teach to my clients. And I drew a star at the top, and I asked him what he wanted out of life. What was his dream? Where did he want his life to take him? Who did he want to become? He told me, right? He told me his dreams and his goals. And I said to him, decisions determine destiny. Every choice that you make is changing the future. You are here, and to get where you want to go, it requires taking uncomfortable, consistent action. So every choice you make, it changes your destination in life. So in this dream, I drew a line for my nephew, and I said that his decision to hang out with his friends that did drugs and that would take him away from his goal, would lead somewhere where he doesn't want to go. And to achieve the life that he wanted meant making decisions today that would eventually result in the outcome that he wanted. So it's like that fork in the road. Our decisions, they determine our ultimate outcomes and where we end up in life. So likewise, when I woke up, I just thought about how the choices that we make as we are pursuing better health, they're either going to lead us toward the life that we want or away from it. The small choices that we make every day matter. Our brain wants to tell us that, oh, this doesn't matter. One little thing off plan is not a big deal, right? Our brain is always giving us those permission-giving thoughts, but we can't be mad about the results that we haven't gotten from the work that we haven't done. So luckily, we really don't have to be perfect. And because of God's grace, we can course correct. And when we go off course in life, He can give us strength above our own to overcome our weaknesses. But every choice that we make changes the future. And your success in life and in this lifestyle, it really depends on you and the decisions that you make every day. And today, especially, right? The decisions that you make today. So no one can do this for you. You have to do the work. But it is so worth it to make the sacrifices now so that later you can enjoy the fruits of your labor and live the life that you want. But the joy doesn't come from actually achieving the goal. It comes from working toward the goal. And you can start to feel that joy and peace today. You don't have to wait to be happy. So another part of this dream that I had was about my other nephew. And he just left for Alaska to work for the summer. And I had a dream that he chose to drive there instead of fly. And in my dream, I remember feeling so upset and worried. I used to be a trauma nurse, and so I guess I have a little anxiety about people driving long distances, but it was the middle of winter in this dream, and I was thinking, like, what if he gets a flat tire and he gets stuck in the snow and he freezes to death? Like, what if he crashes? So in this dream, my mind was going to the worst case scenario, and I just wanted him to take the airplane so that he could get there faster and he could make the process easier and safer, right? So when I woke up and I reflected on this dream, I realized the parallels again to our journey in life and in this healthy lifestyle and the goals that we have to transform our lives. You can do it on your own without a roadmap, right? But it's going to take longer. You may get distracted and take a wrong turn or go a different direction and never actually achieve your goal, never actually get there. It's much more dangerous to drive than to fly, and you may crash, right? So you're much more likely to get to your destination with a pilot that flies you there, someone who's been where you are and wanting to go, and who's done what you're trying to do and has learned the hard way and can guide you and give you that shortcut to success. So to achieve success in our healthy lifestyles, we need a winning strategy, because if you are consistently executing a flawed plan, you're not going to get where you want to go. You're not going to see results. We have to master our mindset, develop a winning strategy, and consistently execute a winning strategy. So to develop a winning strategy that will lead to success with our goals, we can do it the hard and painful way by taking this path alone and learning from our own mistakes, which can still lead you to success if you have grit and you're willing to fail over and over again until you find what works. You can definitely achieve success that way. It just takes longer. And that is the path I took for a long time. But statistically, most people never achieve their goal when they use that strategy. So we're much more likely to achieve success with our goals when we find someone who's done what we're trying to do, and we do what they did. So that's why many of you have joined this program, and that's why I have hired coaches to help me with my goals, to get the shortcut to success, like taking an airplane to Alaska instead of driving. So it doesn't guarantee success to just buy the airplane ticket, right? You have to actually get in the plane and go there. Just like you, those of you who are in my coaching program aren't guaranteed success by investing in the program. You actually have to take action and do what I tell you to do, right? You have to follow the plan. It's not just enough to have a winning strategy, you have to execute it. But you know that if you do execute it, you know that it's going to get you where you want to go faster, and it will be easier and more fun. So just like we have to trust the pilot to take us to Alaska, buy the ticket and get on the plane, I'm asking you to trust me. You know, your brain is going to give you lots of those permission giving thoughts, like, oh, that doesn't apply to me, or maybe I can modify my program and that's fine. You know, that's fine. I can definitely help you to customize your plan. I don't think that there's a one-size-fits-all plan for everyone, but just know that your brain is actively trying to prevent you from weight loss. And if you give in to those permission-giving, sabotaging thoughts like, oh, a little bit won't hurt, or I can moderate, I don't need to weigh my food or write down my food, you know, I can get back on track on Monday, and you pick and choose what parts of the program you do, it's like buying a ticket to Alaska, but not actually getting on the plane. There is really so much power in surrendering to the program. Because we know it's a strategy that's sure to get you where you want to go. And going all in, no excuses, no exceptions, no giving in to those permission-giving thoughts is going to help you to get there faster and easier. So having said that, I do want to be clear that this is not my plan. This is your plan. Own your plan. On that first meeting that we have together, I can guide you and help you to learn the strategies that really work. But you ultimately get to decide what that looks like for you, and you get to own it. It's not some external decree to feel resistant toward. It's a plan that you create with that higher part of the brain. You know, when you're not when you're not hungry and starving, that's not the time to decide what your plan is. You decide when you're in a state of being in your highest self, that you can really look and see what is best for you, and you write it down, and you don't change your plan willy-nilly. I can guide you in the creation of your plan. I've walked the path and have helped many people achieve incredible results. So it would be definitely in your best interest to learn from my experience and to take what I teach you to create your plan rather than driving to Alaska without a roadmap, right? But some people choose to join the program and then they choose not to follow the plan. And it's okay. There's no shame or guilt around that. There are no food police. But the people that I have found who are most successful in this program are the ones who swallow their pride and they just follow the program without exception. Now, we all think that we're unique and that we may not need to follow certain parts of the plan. But that's usually just our brain trying to block us from weight loss. It's literally its job is to protect us from starvation and losing weight, like in caveman times, right? But that part of our brain doesn't serve us anymore. So we have to boss our brain. Following the plan as it's written and taught to you in this program is the fastest way to your goal of getting off of the dieting roller coaster. Lila Hart. It's the fastest way of losing weight for the last time in your life and finding freedom from cravings and peace with your food and your body. So I invite you to trust me and to come on this journey with me. I'm right here on this journey with you. I experienced food addiction myself and have had a lot of ups and downs and have learned from a lot of my own mistakes. And, but I'm a registered nurse of 15 years and I've lost 125 pounds myself. And I know the struggle, but let me tell you, if I can do it, so can you. 100%. I am not special. There's nothing different about me than you that would make me successful and you not successful. Let me show you how. So please don't just buy the airplane ticket. Be all in and follow the plan. In the Bright Lane Eating community, I love what they say. They say, come all the way in and sit all the way down. JFTFP, just follow the fabulous plan, surrender to it. Success requires knowing where you want to end up and then making choices each day that will get you there. Decisions determine destiny. So what choices are you making today? And what are the consequences if you move in that direction? Are they positive consequences? Or and ask yourself, is that going to get me where I want to go? So never give up on your dreams. It's never a straight line to success. It's not about being perfect, but it's all about being unstoppable and constantly course correcting. It takes persistence and a lot of patience, but if you consistently execute a winning strategy, you are capable of incredible success in your life. I believe in you and I will be here with you every step of the way. I'll talk to you next week. Bye.